Get up and make it. Lauren, how are you?
Worthy patron and officers of Yorba Linda chapter into the reception. brothers and friends, I have the pleasure to present Sister Deborah Wynn, worthy matron, and Brother James Hannum, worthy patron of Yorba Linda Chapter.
Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Brother Don Snyder, past Grand Patron of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star. Obviously, and a goofy. Members for joining me in extending the grand honors to our past Grand Patron.
Thank you, Sister.
Sisters, brothers, and friends, we have the pleasure to present the officers of Yorba Linda Chapter. Sisters, Nancy Stager, Associate Matron, and brothers, Max Rush, Associate Patron, past Patron, April Hannum, Secretary, past Matron, Deputy Grand Matron, 2015, Jeff Dodson, Treasurer, past Patron, Grand Warder, Vicki Canfield, Conductress, past Matron, Tammy Davis, Associate Conductress, Craig Holowowski, Marshal, past Patron, Betty Strieger, Organist, past Matron, Grand Organist, 1999. Sandy White, Ada, past Matron, Grand Representative, 2017-2018. Kat Ferris, Through, past Matron, Deputy Grand Matron, 2006-2007, Grand Esther, 2011. Robin Reeves, Esther, past Matron, Deputy Grand Matron, 2013, Grand Organist. And she's also Royal Matron of Golden Crown Court Number 2, Order of the Amaranth. Donna McCarroll, Martha, past Matron, 50-year member. Lynette Goodenough, Warder, past Matron. Katie Hannum, Sentinel, she's out in the kitchen, sorry folks. Sentineling, keeping us safe. Please join me, all members of Yorba Linda Chapter will please stand. Please join me in thanking all of these wonderful members. Sisters Marshall, you'll escort the worthy Grand Matron and worthy Grand Patron into the reception room. Brothers and friends, we have the honor to present Sister Terry Ewing, worthy Grand Matron, and Brother Paul LaCroix, worthy Grand Patron of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star. Members will join me in extending the grand honors to our worthy Grand Matron and worthy Grand Patron. Sisters and Brother Marshall, you'll escort our honored members into the reception room. Organist of the Grand Chapter of California Order of the Eastern Star, and her escorts, Dale and Michael Reeves. And Brother Jeff Dotson, Grand Warder of the Grand Chapter of California Order of the Eastern Star. You will join me in greeting them with your warmest welcome.
Let us pray. Grand Master of the universe, our Heavenly Father, thank you for permitting us to gather once again in your name. Thank you for the occasion where our sisterly and brotherly love can find expression as we honor Sister Robin Reeves, Grand Organist, and the organists of the chapters of California, and Brother Jeff Dotson, Grand Warder, and the warders of our California chapters. These sisters and these brothers mean much to us, and we welcome this occasion and ask you to bless this occasion designed to honor them. May we all be enriched by this occasion and by our time together. May our commitment to the star in the east be strengthened and renewed and invigorated by our gathering tonight. Bless those who speak to us, that through them we might be inspired to do greater things for you and for our order. May we find joy as we fellowship together and receive a greater portion of energy and enthusiasm for our order as a result of this time we have to honor these many members of our order. We thank you, God, for life, health, family, friends, and all the good things you bestow upon us. Thank you for the Eastern Star, for it has brought insight and truth into our lives in many unique ways. In your name we pray. Amen.
So may it ever be.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty liberty and justice for all.
Friends, at this time, members of your Belinda chapter will be serving refreshments to your table. Please feel free to enjoy anything that's out there if you haven't started already.
Where's your better half? Tell her I asked after her. Let her know Brett that you love me.
Probably a good
That's one
sign.
of my little sister presents. I love this. I always wear it. And so let her know I was wondering how she was doing. Is she doing okay? I mean, just any better? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, give her a hug for me. Okay? Good seeing you. I'm glad you made it.
Trying tonight. No more of that. Coming one day and then don't leave the next. Got nothing for sure, brother.
the girls are, so they're chomping away, and, getting the stage and making records, whatever. Girls are chomping on their peanut M&Ms, I don't know what happened. One year, because I'm the one that does it, right? No one else. So, one year, what are we going to have when dads were making breakfast? I can't believe it. So it'll only come down, it'll be always a yeah, no, they just haven't
I'm going to say hello to you. I bet. Really? I was totally a little kid.
Bruce, you're silly.
Worthy patrons, distinguished and honored members, sisters, brothers, family, and friends. On behalf of Yorba chapter, we have the pleasure of welcoming you to our special event honoring two of our deserving members, Sister Robin Reeves, Grand Organist, and Brother Jeff Dodson, Grand Warder. We were very flattered that our worthy Grand Matron, Terry Ewing, and worthy Grand Patron, Paul LaCroix, appointed two Grand Officers from our chapter. Yes, we were very flattered. The scale of orchestrating a double reception was an octave above the usual reception and has been orchestrated by a symphony of our members and friends. We hope that you will enjoy the fanfare with us, celebrating our organists and warders. As an overture to honor our warders, knock knock.
Who's there?
Theodore.
Theodore who?
Theodore wasn't open, so I knocked. But hold on, but wait for it, wait for it. Well, it seems that first joke fell a little flat. Oh, good Lord. Okay, how about another? A little sharper this time. You guys made me to be up here. Okay, anyhow. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Turn it. for joining us celebrating our Organists and Borders. So just to kind of keep it 2019, I already selfie with all these folks, so all of you look like you're having a good time. Okay, perfect. Brother Don, may we hear from you at this time?
Thank you, worthy matron, worthy patron, our worthy grand matron, worthy grand patron, and our honorees for this evening, and distinguished and honored members, friends, all in this wonderful room. I was so shocked when Deb Wynn called me and said, would you be the host for our reception for our grand organist and our grand warder? And I thought, wow, she wants to add me to this when they have all those distinguished members that are a part of your Belinda chapter. I'm really honored. And I thought, well, maybe she wants to have me there because I bring class. But then I realized that when you're trying to do a reception for 2 grand officers in the same year, you gotta go for the cheapest celebrity. So that would be me. No, it's really a great honor to be here tonight. And I have to say, on a serious note, when we are grand officers, we always have these receptions and we say the receptions are for our subordinate officers. And that's really, really true. However, if you think these grand officers have that small an ego, I have some swampland. But no, it's about them and it's about our subordinate officers, because we really couldn't be doing things in the state of California if it weren't for the members supporting us back home. But I think it's very important for us to take stock when we have these receptions of the people who have taken the time out of their lives for an entire year and the money that it takes to do this, to travel around the state, to support you, and to encourage the Order of the Eastern Star in California. And I look forward to these Grand Officers receptions because when you're a Grand Officer, you have a unique perspective on what is happening in the state and what's happening with the Order. And we would hope that our Grand Officers at the receptions would give us some words of wisdom about our Order and about what they have learned in their year of travel that might help us to improve and make our Order all the better. Tonight we honor 2 incredibly wonderful members that I have known and been honored to know for a long, long time. Sister Robin Reeves has played and played for chapters, just given her gift of music throughout the Southland and in other places, and she's done it with such a smile. I don't think I've ever seen Robin unhappy, and when she walks into a room, she lights it up just by her smile, and then she sits down at the piano and lights it up all the time. And to travel this state, I'm sure that she has instilled in the members and certainly in the subordinate officers of the chapters that great love of music. And I have to say, having been there, that being a grand organist is a daunting task because unlike your other officers, unless we're talking about secretary, because they're there forever. Organists are on the keyboard forever. You have organists in chapter that have played for 50 years for their chapter, and then you have a grand organist that comes along and they're supposed to send them a letter and tell them what to do. Yeah, that's really, you're really going to get a lot of friends that way. Oh, Mary, I'm going to tell you how to play the Star Spangled Banner. I've been doing it for 50 years. She's going to tell me how to play the Star. So it's a daunting task. But, you know, Robin has spent a lot of time and a lot of money this year traveling the state, and I know she's brought a lot of joy. And I think seeing a lot of you here tonight brings her a lot of joy. Then we come to Jeff. Well now, I have to be careful because I have several grand warders that are a part of my life. You know, the first grand warder that I traveled with was my buddy Simon. And in 2007, we traveled the state, and I learned how important warders are because don't touch that door, the warder does that. I learned that from Simon. And then I had Patty Katie in 2010, and then my own grand warder, Dave Shira, in 2011. So, and now I get to learn a whole new set of them for 2 years. Can you believe that? I thought I was going to sit home and retire. But Jeff is absolutely an incredible ritualist. And if you haven't heard him do ritual, I mean all the ritual, This man is so gifted and such a great part of our order because he understands how important the ritual is to Eastern Star. And we in Southern California are very grateful for Jeff because if we're doing an initiation somewhere and we need an associate patron or a worthy patron, at the last minute, Jeff Dotson gets the call, and he comes, and he's word perfect. And he always does it with a smile. And he too has spent this last year, he and Sue, traveling the state, spending their money to uplift the Order of Eastern Star. So tonight, we express our gratitude to both of them. It's an evening to honor the subordinates in the chapters, but truly an evening to honor them as well. And I would be remiss, as a former grand organist, to not ask you all to give Sister Betty Schneeder a round of applause. Sister Evelyn and I would be really unhappy if I didn't make one more plug for the tip jar. Just remember it, as if you love Betty's music, show your appreciation for our fun. We thank you all for coming tonight. We're appreciative of this beautiful, beautiful center and its air conditioning. Sit back, relax, and have a wonderful evening. Yorba Linda welcomes you into their home. Thank you.
Continues, but I don't have that beautiful voice, so I wish. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze.
Music encourages us to laugh throughout the day and sing like larks when we to God pray. It gives us broad avenues to express sadness and joy. Melody creates happiness when beautiful tones we employ.
We have special symbolism in our Eastern Star with imagery known by members whether near or far. Today we honor the emblems of 2 officers grand. Their station's duties we will help you understand.
The emblem we now honor depicts a lyre within a star, its sound reminiscent of a harp joining a soft guitar. It may create harmony, expressing joy from above. The chords heard when played seem blessed with love. It is that music and song that causes your soul to dance. Melodies dispel loneliness and cause bliss to advance. The organist uses the language of music to convey messages and feelings in accompaniment as she plays. The duty of the organist is to enhance ceremonies, making them inspiring with appropriate melodies. Her effectiveness radiates our order's themes to all. Members' memories of meetings will be fondly recalled. As the emblem of the musician is carefully placed, it reminds members to treat each other with grace. May you find harmony in this setting tonight. Let melody surround you with God's shining light.
Our second honored emblem centers around the dove, a gentle creature depicting a message from God above. In Genesis, we learn Noah sent it to fly from the ark to soar above the waters from daylight until dark. In the Bible, the Holy Spirit is likened to a dove. It is today synonymous with the emotion of love. We often combine this feeling with joy as our heart sings, knowing we are safe with tidings a dove might bring. The warder guards the portals to our chapter room, securing peace without interruption so business can resume. The solemnity of our meetings can never be in doubt. Harmony is preserved at the doors, within and without. As our inner guard's emblem takes its place with care, know that it portrays morals and characteristics rare. May you emulate the virtues of the snow-white dove, admiring its joyful flight into the heavens above.
We admonish you all to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Let the music in your hearts take flight.
The Chapter Organist of California will please retire for escort. Marshall. You'll escort the Organist of California into the reception room. Present the Organist of California.
Thank you very much. It is with a lot of love that I introduce Peggy Ward, organist, Conejo Valley, number 632 in Thousand Oaks. Organist Sister Connie Snow, Poinsettia chapter number 287 in Oceanside. Nancy Severson, organist from Van Nuys, chapter number 338. Sister Ann Domicus, organist from Alpha Star. Stokes, organist from Rio Linda, number 631. And Alita Barton, organist from 3 chapters, Riverside, Ungava, and Star of the Valley. Sister Mabel Clausen, organist from Manchester, chapter number 449. And my big sister, Evelyn De La Rosa, organist from La Palma Star, chapter number 96. This is Sister Organist Phyllis Hicks from Kern Valley, Ridgecrest, Eastern Sierra, and wherever else. And our Sister Allison Cassidy, organist from Scepter chapter. And our very own Donna McCarroll, organist from Amatea chapter in Fullerton, number 147. And this is Brother John Olson, organist from West Covina and Star of Claremont. And Brother Joe Falker, from San Pedro Harbor chapter. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Oh. And our very own Betty Schmieder from Yorba chapter. South Pasadena chapter and Dr. Rob Morris chapter. All the organists, thank you all for coming.
Sister and Brother Marshall, you will escort the past matrons and past patrons who have served as grand organists into the reception room.
So, since you kind of know me, you know how it is in virtual. We all took dibs on how long this reception was going to go earlier. I'm going to lose now. This is going to get a funny. Anyway, I was worried for just a moment that Margaret's going to be the oldest worker here, but thank God you're here, Dawn.
But you see, Deb, she still is the oldest.
No, 2007, honey. You were 2009 with us 100 years ago. He's doing another job in 2011.
Margaret, that's going to have an interesting conversation about the moon. Okay, about the moon.
Oh, good work, Betty.
Yeah, Betty.
Oh, you take one, Betty.
Betty before me. But Margaret's still the oldest. Yes.
Okay, so this is just kind of even worse with me and the former grand organist that are in a moment of panic. So, we can do a couple of things. We can continue on and you can pretend you can hear.
I could do the baby song with everybody.
Okay, so the good news is the gentleman will be going in the bad news is you're still stuck with me.
Keep going.
Keep going? All right, they want to keep going. Yes?
Robin, I believe, can't project to the back of the room.
Never can.
Sister Robin, we'd be pleased for you to introduce the former grand organist.
Talk to those marshals in the back.
All right. Okay, it is with a lot of love and pleasure that I introduce these past grand organists. Betty Schmieder, 1999. John Snyder, 2007. Margaret Wolford, who is also serving as an organist in Manzanita, and Sam Jose, and what year? 2009.
Yeah, it was working.
Sherry Whiteley, 2013. Thank you. Karen Skelton, 2014, and also serving as Deputy Grand Matron from Alino Star number 4 and organist.
Testing.
Just in time for March.
Oh, thank you so much. My voice thanks you. And Margie Berg, 2015 Grand Organist, also organist of Unity Chapter number 186. And Drury and Wisdom, 2016 Grand Organist and organist for Meridian Chapter number 310 in Long Beach. My big sister, Evelyn De La Rosa, 2018 Grand Organist.
Sister Robin, on behalf of the Goofies, and that stands for Grand Organists of Former Years, and yes, we're pretty goofy. With much love, I'd like to present this to you, and please know how proud we are of you and what a wonderful year you're having as Grand Organist.
Thank you all.
The chapter borders of California will please retire for escort.
The other part, the other side. Side door. Bill. Not good. It's sitting back there.
Sisters Marshall, you'll escort the orders of California into the reception.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
phone first turned off, I think my prayers have been answered. That's what Mr. Councilman thing, I was hoping no one here to do that, so let's see how that goes.
Oh, good grief.
Cheryl from Alpha Star to 171. Jean Rosewall.
I'm going.
Star of Cameron. Joe Rickard from Caneo chapter number 632. Linda Henke from Carmel number 282. Pat Mann from Carmel Star. Sherry LeVar from Amity number 147. Betty Hoff from Woodruff, that's the young thing. Jasmine Watson, Jeannie Watson from Burbank number 252. Diane Campbell from Seaside number 259. Escondido number 154. The Mile chapter, Lynette Goodenough, Maryland number 347. The women warders of
Sister Brother Marshall, you will escort the past matrons and past patrons who have served as grand warder into the reception room. Brother Jeff. We would be pleased to have you present the former grand warders.
I'd be here if someone knows if they have name cards. I do know Jim Whiteley, 2005. Ginger Bassett, 2006. My good friend Simon Dias, 2007. Sarah Ann Shapiro, 2008. You guys are alternating back and forth. Mark Weiss, 2009. She has a homemade card. Richard Marsh, 2012. Bill Prentice, 2013. Fred Lozier, 2014. Stephanie Perez, 2018. My very good friend of a long time and big sister, Maria Perez.
I love calling him my little brother. I mean, we're going to the little sister, but he's my little brother. So, Jeff, this is on behalf of the former Grand Warders. We don't have something fancy like a goofy, but maybe we should come up with something. We're Grand Officers and the Warders what? This is given with love. We know that you've done a beautiful job representing the Warders. Teaching the warders throughout California, so I look forward to seeing you on the floor. Get chapter
from our General Grand Chapter Committee members will please retire for escort. Sisters Marshals, you'll escort our General Grand Chapter Committee member into the reception room. Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Sisters Sarah Ann Shapiro, Appeals and Grievance, Martha Peters, I apologize, and Brother Art Weiss, Service Dogs, and Art is also Senior Grand Warden of the Grand Lodge of California. Past Grand Matrons and past Grand Patron of the Grand Chapter of California Order of the Eastern Star. Members will join me in extending the grand honors to our General Grand Chapter Committee members. Thank you, Renee. We are also honored by a visit from our past Grand Matrons and past Grand Patrons who are retiring for escort. Sister and Brother Marshall, you will escort our past Grand Matrons and past Grand Patrons into the reception. Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Sisters Sherry Gustafson, Linda Bernhard, and Allison Grant, and brothers Jim Whiteley, Roger Nieder, Bill Prentice, and Fred Lozier, past Grand Matrons and past Grand Patrons of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star. You members will join me in extending the grand honors to our past Grand Matrons and past Grand Patrons. Presentations may be made at the time of escort. Sisters Marshals, you'll escort the grand officers into the reception room.
you, William Matron. It's my privilege to do so. It is my honor to present Sisters Sharon Jazwicki, Associate Grand Matron, Scepter Chapter Orange. Tammy Kinsey, Grand Secretary from Eastern Sierra Chapter of Independence, and Debbie Von Beema, Grand Treasurer from Rose Valley Chapter in Santa Rosa. Laura Bowens, Grand Conductress from Sassoon Chapter in Fairfield and Milano Valley Chapter, I did that wrong, in Vacaville. And Kimberly Cruz, Associate Grand Conductress from Canal Valley Chapter Thousand Oaks, and the audience may be seated. And brothers, Lawrence Tarasco, Grand Chaplain from Emerald Star Chapter Norwalk and Manchester Chapter Downey. Betty Sanborn, Grand Marshal Legacy Chapter Fresno, and she's also with Matron. And your home, Robin, please, Grand Organists from New York. Brad Ada from Rio Linda Chapter and Primos Chapter Sacramento, where she is worthy matron. Barbara Smelko, Grand Ruth from Channel Islands Chapter Ventura and Canal Valley Chapter, I said that wrong. Oh, okay. And Canal Valley Chapter in Thousand Oaks. Alice Raymond, Grand Esther from Scepter Chapter Orange. Terry Bauman, Grand Martha from Crystal Chapter Auden. And Christine Huff from La Serena Chapter in Martinez, our Grand Star Choir. As you don't know, Jeff Dodson, Grand Warder from Yorba Linda Chapter, and John Dubeck, Grand Sentinel from El Grove and Nisbo Chapter in El Grove. The Grand Officers of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star.
Thank you, 2019. Beautiful card. I open this one? Oh, wow. Do you know, I really love polka dots. There were snowballs this year. How many does it take to open a box? Oh, I love it! Music dress. Oh, how cute. I could wear that to work. Thank you so much. A beautiful new item for my wardrobe. Thank you. Wow, this is great. Oh, it's a beautiful music stand, and on the music stand, it has all of the grand officers for this year engraved on a plaque. Oh, thank you, grand family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not familiar with this music stand. Wow, my kids are jealous at work. This is great. How many grand officers does it take to put a stand together? Not some.
Kids like this kind of age want to learn how to play the piano. Short song.
Do you believe this, Jack?
Give me the witch back.
No, I'm not giving you back the witch. That's my collection. However, Jeff Rogue left Phil and I 3 different times this year. And to try to figure out where he's coming from and what he likes was tough. Because he sat in the back seat and read. But I did find out, and the card is a kind of a replication of the things that you've done in your life with travel. So that's the card. That's from the Grand family. And so this is the luck of the draw, Jeff.
Beautiful car says World Atlas on it. It's signed by all the grand officers. Let me read all the notes to you out loud. We certainly have lots of paper.
Yeah, you know.
It has a Mercedes emblem on it, which is the kind of car I drive.
Now, just in case Sue kicks you out, you know you can go to your car and sleep.
It's like a very nice blanket. It probably has a Mercedes emblem on there somewhere.
It does. It's very cool.
Well, this is nice.
Bigger than your car.
It's hard to see.
So, just a little extra for you, and obviously a little something for Sue.
Looks like you have one of those water drinking cups. It's very blingy. You got the Mercedes glass. Thank you so much. It's very nice.
Well, I know how much you procrastinate about, okay, I'm gonna get that car, so, you know.
It did take a while to make that decision.
So, well, it took me a long time to make this decision too.
Last night.
No.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess it's legal with Sue's.
The pink one is Sue.
Okay, sisters and brother Marshall, you will escort the Grand Well Matron, Grand High Priest, and Grand Well Patron into the reception. Okay, so I'm going to say it a little bit backwards from where they are. So sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Leland Ralph, Grand High Priest of the Grand Chapter of Well Archmasons in California. Honor Lady Leslie Ralph, Grand Well Matron, and Sir Knight David Desner, Grand Well Patron of the Grand Court of California Order of the Amaranth. Please join me in greeting them with a warm welcome. All of the Grand Officers of the Grand Court of California Order of the Amaranth, please stand for recognition. Thank you so much for coming. Sisters Marshall, you will escort the Deputy Grand Matrons into the reception hall. For the Grand Matron, we'd be pleased to have you present the Deputy Grand Matron.
It is my honor to present Sisters Lynn Epgar from District 28. Andrea Plester, District 30. Nancy Catterley, District 34. Kathy Hamilton, District 35. Devonna Roy, District 37. 8. And Cheryl McPherson, District 31. Deputy Grand Matrons in the Grand Chapter of California, Order of Eastern Star. And somewhere out there started introduced as Karen Skelton, and she's the president of the Deputy Grand Matrons from District 4.
On behalf of your 2019 Deputy Grand Matrons, we'd like to congratulate you. Thank you.
Past Grand Treasurers will please rise for recognition. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and sharing for celebrating our Organist Award. right? Thank you so much for joining us this evening. The wife of our worthy grand patron of Please Stand. Oh, there you go. I haven't even said anything yet. I have to Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the pleasure to introduce Sister Corinne LaCroix, our worthy grand patron, a past patron of Upland Chapter, a member of Stardust Chapter, and Deputy Grand Matron 2014-2015. Thank you so much. Worthy Grand Matron, we are pleased to have you make special introduction.
Thank you again. Would the escorts of our distinguished members please stand? Or wave. They're all up there, okay. I'll start with Warren Gustafson over there, escort to Sister Sherry. And then we have, I don't know if these all in the right order or not, but probably I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, go around the room over there. Sherry Wiley, escort to Brother Jim. Reese Prentice, escort to Brother Bill. Cinta Gibney, escort to Brother Fred. Sandy Meter, escort to Brother Roger. And Scott Smithson, escort to Brother Don. And Scott is also the Associate Grand Matron. Associate Grand Patron designee. Oh, me, that's good. Designee. So these are the escorts. Simon, back there. Simon Dice, escort to Sister Chris. Okay, anyone else I'm missing that's hovering in the wings? Okay, thank you all. Would the escorts of the Grand Officers please stand? Okay, we have Brothers Al Jazz Wiki, escort of Sister Sharon. We have next, there's not here. I think we go to, Andy's not here. Marie Leslie, escort to Sister Kimberly. And then Laura Roscoe, escort to Brother Larry. Janice Beatty, escort to Sister Robin. And Brother Phil, over there, escort to Sister Kathy. And Barbara Weaver, escort to Sister Ruth. And who else do we have? Lori Cruz is there, escort to Sister Alice. And Marlene Morello, escort to Sister Terry. Joe Huff, escort to Sister Christine. And Sue Dodson, escort to our brother Jeff. And Pat Dubik, escort to our brother John. So these are the snowplows of 2019 who clear the roads so we can get where we need to go. We love them all. And would the escorts of the Deputy Grand Matrons and Grand Representatives please stand? You're all over the room. Thank you all. I know all of you do yeoman's work. All of the escorts who try to get us where we need to be. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
The past matrons and past patrons of York Belinda Chapter will please rise. Those who have not been previously introduced will please remain standing. Keep standing, Janice. Don't sit down. Okay. Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the pleasure to introduce Sister Janice Beatty, past matron. Jennifer Abbott, Rosemary George, Deputy Grand Matron, 1987. Renee Jeffries, Barbara Hawkins, Drake Hawkins, Jean Durad, Mary Lou Curtis, John Davis. So that's it. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, girls. Good boys down here. I'm sorry, down here are wonderful marshals. Two of our marshals weren't previously introduced, Joyce Talmachoff and Sister Stephanie Holland. Thank you so much. Great
Masonic dignitaries will please rise for recognition. Woohoo! Thank you all. The presiding officers of other Masonic organizations will please rise for recognition. I know DeMolay are all out in Riverside, so thank you very much for coming tonight.
Good news, we have some special entertainment.
The next one was the worthy nature.
All right. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, everybody, it's time to play our favorite game show, Who Wants to Be a Goofy? This evening's contestant is Sister Robin Reeves, Grand Organist 2019. Welcome, Sister Robin! Come on down! Now, Sister Robin, the Goofies will sit. Now, don't look at the answers here. Now, Sister Robin, the Goofies will sing their theme song, and I'll ask you some very important musical questions. You'll receive 1 point for each correct answer, and a total of 5 points will win our grand prize. Are you ready? And no help from the audience. Don't call out any answers here. All right, Goofies, are you ready to begin to sing our song? Goofies always save the day. Our sheet music's in the car. Sister Robin, did you hear about the vampire who used to torture his victims with his bad piano playing? His Bach was worse than his
Bite.
That is correct. You get 1 point. Evelyn. For initiation and any meaning, theme, and more. Robin, where do pianists go on vacation? They go to the Florida
Keys.
Oh, God, she's really great. All right, here we go. Any keyboard is all right. For your third question, what do pianists use to eat with? A tuning fork. Oh my God, she's smart. Correct. You're halfway to the grand prize. Even when there is no light. Robin, why was the piano laughing? Because someone was tickling its
Ivories.
Ivories, you got it, you read my lips. All our music's a delight. And now for your 5th question. You can't take the stress away till you get the 5th question. What do you call a cow that plays the piano? A moo?
Me.
A moo?
Musician.
Ah, yes! Oh my God, you got it! Now you have accumulated 5 points. And now for our bonus question. In the Phrygian mode, also known as the Aeolian mode, what is the penultimate tone in an ascending scale, which is also good advice for a goofy? All right, goofies.
Be natural.
Congratulations, Sister Robin. You have 5 points and have won our grand prize, Sister Evelyn.
Sister Robin, you are now an honorary Goofy, and you can become a full Goofy after Grand Chapter.
After we vote. All right, Goofies, let's sing our song all the way through. One more time. Evelyn, are we ready to do this? Goofies always save the day. Our sheet music's in the car. For
present Sister Terry Ewing, worthy Grand Matron, and Brother Paul LaCroix, worthy Grand Patron of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star. Sister Terry, Brother Paul, may we hear from you.
Look at all this black and silver and sparkles and glitter. It's just wonderful, and beautiful red roses. It's musical notes and doves. It's just so nice to hear, and all of the friends that are here to be with our sister Robin and brother Jeff. And this double reception has been really fun. The theme of let music in your heart take flight, with all the musical notes and the dove have meshed together very well. And this is certainly in keeping with how these two offices have blended together all year to bring joy and harmony to everything we have done.
Robin and Jeff are similar in nature. Both of them seem quite shy. Then all of a sudden, they let loose with some zinger that cracks us all up.
So true, and we all just love Robin's infectious giggle. She can light up a room with her laughter. So maybe we should start with our Ask of Robin. The day was March 1st, 2018 in Santa Maria, where we attended the opening session of the Grand Court of Amaranth.
This one took some doing. We had to get Evelyn De La Rosa a call and have her do a little white lie so that saying that she had some pictures from 2013 when they were both Deputy Grand Matrons together. Evelyn asked her if she could fill in for her at an AMI, but she was not able to make any of the AMIs. Not the ones we were at. Then in a desperation, we had Evelyn set up a meeting with me to pass the pictures off to her. We couldn't make that work either, with numerous phone calls. Then she told me she was going out of town for Amaranth, and I told her so was I, and that I would meet her up there, and we could catch up and I could pass the pictures off. So Terry and I went to her room, and we knocked. She opened the door, and after I was sure that there was nobody else in the room, Terry slipped on in too. And
We popped the question. Robin was surprised, shocked, and honored. She couldn't believe we were asking her. She told us she was a full-time school teacher, so she would need to check her schedule, and of course check with her husband. So she told us she would get back to us.
oh, the dreaded wait. Several long, suspenseful days followed before she called us back and said yes. What a relief.
Once she said yes, Robin immediately wanted to know what she could do to help and what music she should start practicing. She was the poster child for Elmo and what the letters of his name stand for: enthusiasm. She was full of laughter, motivated, and optimistic.
She was great at Grand Officer School. When we were working with the start points on balloting, she kept trying different music to find that right one that would work for them. Then she worked with them together to make that right tempo so that they would look awesome when they were balloting. She added so much to our AMIs. She always came up with that perfect music for whatever was going on.
And Robin has quite a fan club that travels with her. Her official escort is Janice, but sometimes she has her Aunt Rosemary with her, and once in a while her niece Haley. And whoever she brings with her is also fun and a joy to have with us. We see Janice the most, though. She is always easygoing and up for whatever comes along. Speaking of up, she good-naturedly stood up to be the vouched for member when we exemplified proving the chapter at all the AMIs.
California OES was invited to join on a short cruise with the Nevada OES in June. Much to our delight, Robin and Janice went on the cruise along with us, Terry, Gary, and Corinne. It seemed like they had had a good time, and every once in a while, I would hear that special, distinctive little ring out from Robin.
I've heard that. It's always identified. Then there is Jeff. He is another example, a perfect example of still waters run deep. He looks so dignified and reserved, then suddenly he says or does something totally unexpected. Even the response to our ask was kind of surprising.
I'm going to step off script for a second. Kathy talked about how he was just such a chatterbox in the car with them. We have to keep Joe and Jeff apart because otherwise nobody can get a word in edgewise. He was also a little hard to connect up with. I called several times, leaving him messages that we wanted to talk to him about a rainbow liaison position, but no reply. Then finally he responded that he was out of the country and would get back to me when he got back. So Terry and I were at the SLC for a meeting. We made a date and set it up with Jeff to meet at Starbucks, which that was actually a double win for me. We popped the question on him if he would like to be part of our family in 2019. And he responded almost instantly with a yes, I think I would.
We had heard great things about Jeff, and one that really resonated with us is that he served as State Roman Dad in 2010, and he was known as Papa Chomp, because that was the year of the Gators. Since supporting our youth groups is very important to Paul and I, we knew that someone who had spent a year traveling with a bunch of teenage girls would make a great addition to our family. It was a lot of fun to see all the girls run up and greet him at Grand Assembly.
It was also so much fun to see Jeff doing what I call the Pink Panther walk to close the doors at the start of the AMIs. But one of the best stories involving Jeff was when our Grand Sentinel, John, came in with a snowman costume on. No one but John and I knew what was going to happen next. You may have caught it on YouTube because it went viral. When John was so tired, he was just pooped. Then the look on Jeff's face was just priceless, to say the least. Jeff finally caught himself because he was just standing there in awe. And he caught himself and he says, if things are going to keep going like this, I'm going to have to get myself a pooper scooper to pick up after John.
Despite all the pranks of our Grand Sentinel, Jeff always did an admirable job guarding our doors. And he also came with a great escort, Sue. She has traveled with him as much as her schedule allows, and we always enjoy having her with us. A special memory of all of us will always be the fact that Jeff and Sue got married during our grand year. Hopefully that made it extra special for them, too. We enjoyed throwing a wedding shower for them before they flew off to Paris for the big day. We had a Paris theme complete with lots of Eiffel Towers. I'm not sure what all the soccer families in the hotel thought of us, but they decided we were okay when we shared our decorated cupcakes with them.
Robin and Jeff, will you please join us?
You two have both been such an important part of our family, and it has been a great joy to have you with us all year. Your enthusiasm and optimism has been enjoyed and appreciated by not only the Grand family, but all the members throughout the state.
Thank you for all you've done to help us shine in 2019.
We love you both.
Thank you, worthy Grand Patron. Sister, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Sister Sarah Ann Shapiro, General Grand Chapter Committee Member, and Brother Art Weiss, General Grand Chapter Committee Member. Sister Sarah Ann and Brother Art, may we hear from you at this time.
Thank you, worthy patron. What a pleasure it is to be here at this Let the Music in Your Heart Take Flight reception to celebrate, among others, our Sister Robin Reeves, Grand Organist of the Grand Chapter of California, and the Organists of California.
We certainly appreciated the fantastic artwork on the invitation of a dove carrying a treble clef and a song. Of course, we had to remind ourselves to focus on the music, since we both have a tendency to focus on the dove. And this is my opportunity to congratulate the Grand Boarder on the fact that we don't have an initiation for our group.
When I heard the theme for this reception, my mind went instantly to Phantom of the Opera and the song Music of the Night, with its line, "You alone can make the song take flight." So many of the lyrics of that song and the characteristics of the Phantom fit our Sister Robin. For example, starting a journey through a strange new world is certainly what Sister Robin did when she agreed to join this year's Grand Family. As anyone who has ever traveled with a Grand Family can attest, you find yourself going to some pretty strange places.
But I'm not sure that Sister Robin is like the Phantom at all. She does play beautiful music, but the Phantom was also a composer. I don't know if Sister Robin writes music, but composed is not an adjective usually associated with her.
But the Phantom always appears in formal wear, and our Sister Robin has had to appear in formal wear at a great many occasions.
That is true, but the Phantom put together this very elaborate plan to kidnap Christine and make her sing for him. Sister Robin is really not known as a planning type person. She's a bit more spontaneous.
But the Phantom loves music, and his true motivation is his desire to share his music with the world. Sister Robin loves her music and has enjoyed being able to share her talent with the world this year.
Yes, but the Phantom had trouble sharing his music because he was shy about his appearance and awkward around people. Another adjective we do not usually use to describe Sister Robin is shy. And if she has ever been awkward around people, I've never seen it. She is definitely more fortissimo than pianissimo.
You got it. I think it's pretty impressive that a former Grand Warder even knows those words.
I only got to be Grand Warder because no one ever knew I studied piano. How Tom Ewing managed it, we will never know.
And now you are focusing on the dove, and we are here for Sister Robin and the Organist, so let's get back to that.
Fair enough. We were so pleased and excited when we learned that Sister Robin, one of our wing leaders of 2013, had been chosen to serve as a Grand Officer in 2019. But who knew that she would end up the Grand Organist? She hasn't actually been the organist in her chapter very often, having served as Esther 10 times before going into the line. How any sister who can play as well as Sister Robin does stayed out from behind the piano for 15 years, we will never know.
And we don't know the criteria that Sister Terry and Brother Paul used to choose their Grand Officers, but we do know what we were seeking when we selected our Deputy Grand Matrons. We wanted sisters who were dedicated to helping the members, with a sense of good humor and a smile for everyone. We wanted sisters who would be there for their chapters and go out of their way to meet and greet the members. Sister Robin certainly fills that bill.
And Sister Robin has a great sense of fun. We had a lovely time at the social official visit to her district in June of 2013 with its Do You Believe in Magic theme. She gave the members of her district, 32 at the time, a wonderful opportunity for fellowship and social enjoyment.
Sister Robin, would you join us, please? Sister Robin, we were so pleased when you agreed to be a wing leader in 2013, and extremely proud when you were named Grand Organist for this year. You are a warm and kind and loving person. You are friendly to all the members. You have an infectious laugh that lights up a room. And I like the little giggle in your voice because nobody can ever approach you without a smile on their face, and ultimately they will begin laughing. That's a rare gift. We congratulate you on everything you've accomplished this year, and we look forward to hearing you play at Grand Chapter this year. Congratulations, and we love you.
Thank you, Sister Sarah Ann and Brother Art. Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the honor to present Sister Allison Graham, past Grand Matron, and Brother Fred Lozier, past Grand Patron of the Grand Chapter of California Order of the Eastern Star. Sister Allison, Brother Fred, may we hear from you at this time.
Patrons, sisters and brothers, we are very happy to be here tonight to speak on behalf of Brother Jeff. Now, how many of you in the audience envy us the task of speaking after Sister Sarah Ann and Brother Jeff? I didn't think so. I didn't see any volunteers. And yet, we do feel very strongly about Brother Jeff, and Brother Fred's going to start off.
Well, you know, the criteria to be a Grand Warder is you have to have tall, dark, handsome, beautiful, have dazzling wit and sparkling intellect. And we know Jeff, he's got all of that. So we're glad to, include him into not the ungoofies.
And I think ungoofy probably is the word that I would use to discuss Brother Jeff. Now, I knew that he had been worthy patron a number of times. So when Sister Stephanie was so excited to share with me that she had asked Brother Jeff to serve with her in 2018, I would have had no idea that we would be here tonight speaking on Jeff's behalf because, as Brother Don said, he has served quite capably as worthy patron and associate patron a number of times. And yet here we are, Brother Fred. My first association with Jeff was really through Rainbow as well. And I noticed how dedicated he was to the Rainbow Girls. And that's not an enviable position for a single man. Fred is always saying, I'm so nervous about getting affiliated or involved with young girls in today's world. And I said, well, you have a lot of good examples to follow. Look at Brother Jeff. He has been involved with Rainbow for so long and been so dedicated and so quiet about it. So the next thing I knew was a discussion that Sister Terry had with us when she told us the people that she had chosen, she and Paul, to be snowballs for 2019. And she said, yes, we've asked Brother Jeff Dodson. And I thought, oh, that is so cool. That's wonderful. And she said, we're going to ask him to be our Grand Warder. And in my mind, I'm thinking, because you know the example of Grand Warders that I know. He must have a personality that has not been evident to me prior to. And Terry said, yes, he's going to be such a nice, calming influence. Warders are always calm, and they bring harmony to the children. And I thought, I sure hope Jeff comes out of his shell and does these former Grand Warders proud. But otherwise, yes, I guess he's going to keep Brother John Duback in line. And yet, we've already heard the story of what happened with the snowman incident. So, Brother Fred, you have more to say, don't you?
No, I think he's looking forward. Jeff, get up here. We're really proud to have you work with us and be the Grand Warder for 2019. Heck of a job.
We are so proud to be here on your behalf and all of the warders of California. Warder, I said to our own Grand Warder, Sister Marina, that is one of the most misunderstood jobs in the whole chapter room, and I think one of the most difficult. I've always called it an intellectual position. And Sister Marina looked at me and went, yeah, right. No, I'm serious. I said, everybody else looks in the ritual, memorizes their part, and gets on with life. But the warder has all these books and things and knocks, and when do I knock? And no, you don't knock now. Now you knock in. And Fred never got it right, so I was really And the ritualist and Brother Jeff would do the former Grand Warder's crowd, and he has. And Brother Jeff, we could not be more proud of you, and we congratulate you.
Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the pleasure to present Sister Renee Jeffries, who will present our grand organist.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, how nice. We are here this evening to honor someone who always has a song in her heart and a smile on her face. You know her as your grand organist. I, however, am honored to call her my cousin. Since I've known Robin my entire life, I can tell you that music has always been a huge part of her life. Robin was born and raised in Southern California. She resides in Norwalk with her husband Dale and son Michael. She started taking piano at an early age from our Auntie Mary. She also found that recitals and practicing were her happy place. Robin also plays flute and piccolo. She played those in the middle school and high school marching band. Due to Robin being very gifted musically, she attended a special program at Poly High School. She went on to obtain her bachelor's degree at Cal State Long Beach and her master's at University of Phoenix. Robin has been an elementary band teacher for the city of Bellflower for 22 years. Robin's fraternal life is very full. Many of you already know that. She has served as worthy matron, deputy grand matron, and now as grand organist. She is a 37-year member and a recipient of the Dr. Rob Morris Award. She is also a past queen of Moret Temple and was honored with the supreme appointment as Goodwill Ambassador to the Pacific and Mountain Areas Daughters of the Nile. Robin has also served our youth. She was assistant mother advisor at Fullerton Yorba Linda Assembly for Rainbow Girls. She's currently serving as Royal Matron of Golden Crown Court, Order of Amaranth. She has shared her musical talents all over the state through many chapters and youth orders. Thank you, worthy Grand Matron Terry and worthy Grand Patron Paul, for honoring Yorba Linda chapter by appointing Robin to this position. Robin comes from a Masonic family. I know our Nana and Papa and your parents would be very proud of the honor bestowed upon you this year. Robin's always fun to be around, as many people have pointed out tonight, and she always has such a great energy. I know that she has taught us all, when words fail, music speaks. Remember to keep a song in your heart. I have the honor to present Sister Robin Reeves, Grand Organist of the Grand Chapter of California Order of Eastern Star.
Wow. What a wonderful crowd here tonight to celebrate the Organists and Warders of California. Thanks to all who had a part in putting on this big party. It takes many hands and many hearts to pull off such a big event, and Jeff and I are very grateful for everything. Yorba Linda chapter, you are simply the very best. Now for the fun part, the subject of music. It is everywhere if you will only just listen. Music is powerful. It can take you back to a moment you have had in your past in an instant. Music has the unique ability to relax and calm you,
or it can motivate and inspire you to do great things. Perhaps for you, the music you hear are the sounds of the ocean, or children's laughter, joyfully enjoying a day at the beach. Or maybe it's the sound of the rhythmic and quiet heartbeat of a loved one held close. For me, it is all of these things. It is my passion. I am glad our parents gave us the gift of music in our home and did not let me quit when it became a little challenging. I gratefully acknowledge my Auntie Mary, my piano teacher, who taught her excellent teaching with love and patience. I am blessed to live a life filled with the sounds of children making music in my teaching job. It is a joy to hear those beginning honks and squeaks that soon will be refined with practice and encouragement to become their first concert on stage. I love being able to put music into the homes and hearts of children every day. A special thank you to my partner, Mr. Dave Fleetstra, whose love and support at work inspires me to be a better me every day. Thank you for coming tonight. To the Organists of California, thank you for your service. A meeting without music, well, it's torture. So, thank you for sharing your time and your talent all over the state. Thank you so much for practicing enough songs to cover an initiation, a reception, an installation, or an installation. It takes dedication on your part, and I thank you from the very bottom of my heart for all that you do. Thank you for being here. To the past grand organists, I have admired you for years. Thank you all for being here. You are such a great group, and I have secretly wanted to be a part of you for so long. I am humbled. You are my mentors. Special thank you to my big sister, Evelyn. It sometimes feels a little overwhelming in this position, so I thank you for your love and guidance. Thank you, Betty Schmieder, for our beautiful music tonight. I love your music, and I love you even more. To the warders, thank you for your guarding of our doors each meeting to make us feel safe from interruption. Yours is an important job, and we could do our job without having you there. Some of my favorite people in the world have been or are warders, and I really enjoy playing those songs, special songs for the warders. It's always fun to play songs for them as they move about the floor. Jeff, you are a true friend, and I really, really do appreciate you letting me share this evening with you. Thanks to the 2019 Grand Family for all the fun and fellowship we have shared this year. We have created beautiful memories that I will cherish always. I've had so much fun playing for our own California girls, our Grand Star Points, as we practiced and played a certain Scott Joplin song several times, just so they could get it just perfectly. And if you saw us at some of the AMIs, I think you'd be proud of our team. It was truly a group effort, and you all looked so lovely, and I appreciate you for letting me be a part of that group. You are amazing. I'm lucky to have been the one chosen in this position, and for that, I thank Mom and Dad, Terry, and Paul. Thank you for giving me this chance of a lifetime. I have really enjoyed the journey. Thank you so much for asking me. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge all of my fraternal groups. Will all the Daughters of the Nile please stand for recognition? You all hold a very special place in my heart, and I thank you for your service to the children of the Shrine Hospitals. Queen Linda Sizemore, thank you for attending this evening. I'd also like to recognize and acknowledge all the members of the Order of the Amaranth. Will you please rise for recognition? Thank you so much. Thank you to Golden Crown Court for electing me and having me serve as your royal matron this year. I am honored by your confidence to know that we will continue to raise awareness and hope for diabetic research. Thank you to our Grand Royal Matron, Leslie Rout, and our Grand Royal Patron, David Besner, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us tonight. Thank you. Finally, I am thankful for the continued support of my family. Will they all please rise? First, to my husband, Dale. I love you. Oh, I knew this would be a lot of work this time. I was doing so well. Thank you. You are my rock. I couldn't have been on this big adventure without your love and support. Thank you for never complaining when I've been the one off having fun, and you're home. Thank you so much, even if I needed, well, yet another pretty party dress. Thank you for never complaining. In fact, thank you to Kat Ferris for my beautiful, pretty party dress tonight. Isn't it lovely? I really appreciate you more than you'll ever know. To our son, Michael, thanks for never complaining about all times I kept you from sleeping with my endless practice. I hope you have either learned how to tune me out, or better yet, embrace the music with all of your heart. We love you. Janice Beatty, thank you for being the very best escort ever. You have been a wonderful person to travel with and go places with. I love you. You have a wonderful smile, and I just love seeing you enjoying our times together, and I hope that you will always remember how much fun we have had this year. I do love you. To my Auntie Rosemary, I love you and thank you for all your love and guidance and help throughout all my life. I appreciate your experience, your knowledge, and your love. Thank you. To my nieces, you are beautiful, and thank you for taking part in tonight's ceremonies. To my nephews, thank you for being here as well. To my cousin, thank you for being my friend and my family. For this reason, it is my pleasure to announce that my cousin, Renee Jeffries, will serve as my Grand Page at Grand Chapter. Thank you. I know we will have a lot of fun together at Grand Chapter. We always do. I love you. In closing, please come up to me at Grand Chapter and say hello. Please. I hope that my music will please you and you will find a special place, that my music will find a special place in your heart. I hope that you will keep the music in your heart in flight at all times. Always remember, let it fly, let it go, let it be you, and you will become the music yourself. Thank you all so much. served in 2010. Please stand for recognition. Yay! Thank you all so much. I appreciate you being here.
Sister Sarah Ann Shapiro and Brother Art Weiss, would you please present your 2013s?
Thank you, worthy patron. Would all those who served in the year of the dragon please stand and show our love for Sister Robin?
Now I'm going off script, but not that far. Sisters, brothers, and friends, I have the pleasure to present Sister Deb Wynn, who will present our Grand Order.
So sisters and brothers, Jeff's wife Sue left to take her daughter to the hospital earlier this evening, so she was unable to join us at the last minute, and bless her heart, she wrote her script in really super small font. Thank you. I know, right? Thank you for the patrons. Just pretend I'm Sue, y'all. Sisters, brothers, family, and friends, I have the honor and joy of introducing Jeff Dotson. When I asked Jeff what I should say about him, he said, just say, here's Jeffy. And then we're all done. I decided you might want to know a little more about him. Jeff has lived in Yerba Linda since 1964 and was a teacher for 33 years. Jeff taught 7th and 8th grade science at Ladera Vista High, or junior high in Fullerton. He was one of the lucky ones who was able to retire at a young, boy, 56 years old. I added the young part. Jeff loves to travel. He's been, I guess, to all the continents and 30 or 40 countries. Jeff's favorite country is England, and his favorite city is Washington, D.C., and which he has been to about 30 times. And I must say, Jeff has the warmest jacket that he got in Antarctica. It was fabulous. I have that too. Okay, Jeff joined the Masonic Lodge in 1985 and earned his 3rd degree in 1986. He has been master 5 times. He has received the Hiram Award and the Grand Master's Service to Youth Award. He belongs to Scottish Rite. All I know about his membership is that he has a red hat. Jeff has been on the advisory board for Rainbow since 1990. He has been Rainbow Dad in Fullerton Yerba Linda Assembly 6 times. In 1995, he was awarded the Grand Cross of Color. At Grand Assembly in 2001, he was appointed to the Grand Executive Committee. At the time he was appointed, he thought it was only for a couple of years. Or until you die, right? 18 years later, he is still on the get. In 2010, Jeff was State Rainbow Dad for the Glamorous Skaters. Service to youth is very important to Jeff. I asked Jeff why he joined Eastern Star. He said he was a fairly new Mason when Spooker Fairy said, well, Jeff, when the hell are you going to join Eastern Star? He decided he'd better join. Jeff's mom was beginning to attend Star again, and he felt this was something they could do together. Jeff has held many officers in Star, including Worthy Patron 3 times. And this year, not only was he chaplain, but now he's treasurer. Oh, good, here we go. Jeff and I began dating. Hold on, let me just, okay, sorry, back to the thing. And little did he know, no kidding, right? I might get in trouble. Little did he know what a life-changing experience that would be. Okay. Jeff had never been married and was a confirmed bachelor. This past year has been a whirlwind of traveling to Europe for a 3-week river cruise, traveling the state as Grand Porter, and 8 weeks, 3 days, and 3 hours ago, we were married in Paris, France. I have the honor of presenting Brother Jeff Dotson, Grand Warder of the Grand Chapter of California, Order of the Eastern Star, and my husband,
Pick it up.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. It's so exciting to see such a large group here to honor the Organists and the warders. I was so glad you laughed at that. I'd like to thank our past grand patrons, and of course our worthy grand matron Terry and our worthy grand patron Paul for the kind words they shared tonight. Being the quiet, introverted member of the grand family this year, I didn't think they would have much to say. And thank goodness it was good stuff too. Now it's my turn to share a little about this amazing year. It all starts off with a call from Paul, as we've already heard. Paul, Terry, and I met, and they told me about being a grand officer. I gave them a tentative yes, but needed to discuss this life-changing event with my then girlfriend and now wife, Sue. We discussed it and decided to accept this once-in-a-lifetime offer. My biggest surprise was that it didn't tell me what the office would be until about 5 months later, when the 2019 Grand Family met for the first time. There were several there that I already knew, like Paul, Sharon, Alice, Larry, and of course Robin. When I first saw Robin, I said to myself, hell, they sure looks a lot like Robin Reed. Wait a minute, that is Robin Reed right now. I'm surprised there are two of us in the same chapter that are going to be grand officers. It took me time to meet and get to know new people, but the other grand officers quickly became my new best friends. Then another long wait until a reveal in September and grand chapter in October. Then the traveling began. As of this weekend, I've walked almost 22,000 miles. I'm on a first-name basis with some of the flight attendants on Southwest. That's pretty true, too. And I've become a gold member in the Hilton Honors Program. Usually when I see a friend, the first thing they say is, where are you going this weekend? My answer is, I don't know, let me look it up. It's been a hectic ride with about 2 months to go, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. My big sister, Marina Camariotis, gave me a copy of her reception speech. I wanted to share a small portion with you. In it is the story of the phrase, warders ruled, how it came to happen. To quote Marina, past Grand Matron Colette Cole, a 1997 former Grand Warder, started the Warders Rule mantra. She was teasing past Grand Patron J.D. Hammond in 2004, who at the time was the Grand Organist, and Sister Colette was the Grand Marshal, when she said that warders rule and organists drool. I'm just quoting what's here on the paper. It then became fun banter with the other Grand Officers. After a while, it just seemed that there were more former Grand Warders in attendance at any given Eastern Star gathering, so the Warders Rule mantra stuck. With this being a combined Organist and Warders event, I just couldn't pass up telling that story. Usually at some point in a reception speech such as this, there's some type of deep reflection concerning the office, the emblem, color, etc. Of course, the dove is the Warder's emblem, and I don't think there's anything I can say about the dove and its symbolism that we already don't know about. The dove represents peace and harmony, two words that seem to go together, as Forrest Gump would say, like peas and carrots. The ending of the Warder's charge uses the phrase peace and harmony. I sometimes wonder what the world would be like if those words were part of everyone's personal charge. A little more peace and harmony in our chapters, lives, and the world would be a really nice thing to have happen. I'd like to thank April Hannum, our reception committee chairperson, along with our worthy matron Deborah Wynn, and also the hardworking members of your Rosa chapter who have worked so hard on making this event possible. Robin and I are both uncomfortable being the center of attention, but this reception isn't just for us, it's for everyone in the room. Thank you to the chapter, and thank you everyone for attending. But the biggest thank you goes to my wife, Sue. Unfortunately, her daughter had a medical problem tonight. She's taking medication, having bad reactions to it, and her heart rate was very, very high, so I thought it was important to take her to the ER to check that out. But as Sue here, I'll be speaking to her right now. This hasn't been easy for you, Sue. Trying to get off work early on Fridays, home late on Sunday nights, and up early on Monday, a full week of work. Yeah, this has been easy for her. But Sue, I'm so glad you've been with me this year. Several have asked if we were going to get married during the reception. We thought he'd best leave that alone so Bob and Ned could enjoy that honor. I could say that to them. But I'm so happy, Sue, that you've now been with me married. We've now been married for 59 days. And I'm sure there's some of you in this room who have been married for at least 59 years. So we have a way to catch up. But we're going to enjoy every day getting there. Sue, you've been my rock. Thank you. There's one more piece of business I need to take care of tonight before I finish. To announce my page for Grand Chapter. I'm pleased to announce that our Associate Matron Nancy Steger has agreed to be my page. Thank you, Nancy.
She'll get a real hug, not a virtual.
Thank you very much, Nancy, for accepting. Again, thank you everyone for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Brother Jeff, you will please present your 2001s.
All those who served in 2001, please stand for recognition. Very nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
Brother Don Snyder, will you please present your 2011s?
With great pleasure. Will all those who believe in the order in 2011 and boarded the Polar Express, please rise and show our appreciation.
Sister Allison Grant, Brother Fred Lozier, would you please present your 2018s?
Would all those who served in the amazing year of 2018 with Brother Jeff, myself, and Fred, please stand and give Jeff your incredible congratulations.
I have a great story about Robin, but we're running late, so I do have to admit there is one amazing coincidence, however. Jeff and I were initiated on the same night, and we share a birthday. Sister Libby Matron? It is my desire that you resume your authority.
Thank you, Ruth Matron. Anyone wishing to make a presentation may do so at this time. So, Sister Robin and Brother Jeff, would you join us for just a moment? We are so very honored and thrilled that Terry and Paul selected both of you to serve as Grand Officers, and I know that I want to thank the members of California for accepting the fact that these two wonderful members are from one chapter. And so I just want to say thank you, not in advance because this has been going on for a while, but thank you so much for accepting that and the decision that Terry and Paul made in asking our wonderful members. So on behalf of the chapter, we have some lovely parting gifts for you. So go ahead and open them.
This view is a beautiful dove.
Grand Organist 2019 is similar to our emblem. Thank you so much, Robelinda.